Hey, how you doing? I'm Yalik, and we're going to talk about the new tribes briefly, and I'm going to show you a couple replays, and then I'm going to light up, and we're going to try something that I've never done before. But if there's any time it's going to be possible, it's going to be right now, because we got our new tribes last night, and they are insane. These are going to be the tribes that carry us into the Mega Crab. First of all, very important for that, I haven't boosted it yet, but I will. We have Tank Life Leech. I'm not boosting that until Crab because I don't use tanks other than Crab. But Tank Life Leech, which I think will go up to 50%, it looks like. And so for every shot you're taking, your tanks will regain health. We've had this in the past. Warriors have it all the time. We've had it with rifles pretty recently. It's a really cool ability, and it's going to make Crab much easier, as is this. Your smokes are now, if you max this out, as this is, your smokes are going to cost half as much. This, Gunboat Energy, you now have a huge boost on that as well. And then this, Zuka damage. 50% Zuka damage. I mean, these are all, any one of these would be good. Put all together, they're just bonkers. Gonzo. Bananas. And here's, I mean, you can see, this is, I've been clearing my map this morning. Got up to 1227 GP, or BP last night. GP, where did that come from? Got up to 1227 last night because I've just been beating everybody. I really liked the tribes that we just lost. For me, they were very good. But these are obviously better, but I was not suffering for the last 2 weeks. So this morning, these are my new unboosted stats. 68% damage, 32 health, 160 on the GBE, which is, yeah. And so the GBE thing, it's kind of crazy because you're getting extra GBE, and then you're also getting extra GBE because you're getting a reduction on the smokes. And smokes cost a bit. I think basic rule of thumb that I use, which, as with many of my good ideas, is taken from Zedmont, it's going to cost you 60 GBE to get to the back of a base. So my usual starting GBE is 110, so if I'm getting to the back of a base normally, I should have about 50 GBE to work with. What is that GBE going to be for? I mean, battle orders and a couple shocks and some critters and a med kit. But I mean, basic rule of thumb, 60 GBE to get to the back of a base. It is now going to cost significantly less. This would not be possible. You can see that this is an ice base, just 2-2, but still an ice base. And you can see that he has a shield and a laser. We're going to negate the laser pretty easily, but we do have to get the shield down. The first time I had just woken up this morning, this was the first thing I did this morning, and I was only half thinking, which is kind of good and kind of bad. Like, a huge brain cramp. I came back here, I flash killed, I came to the HQ, the shield was still up. I had flash queued the damn machine gun. I just wasn't thinking, I wasn't paying enough attention. So, on the bright side, I'm good enough with warriors that I can do something like that, and it doesn't even require, it's getting to the point where it doesn't even require that much mental input. On the other hand, I might want to pay a bit more attention than that. So anyway, that was a fail, and I ended up barding my own troops. That was fun. His mines, he left a very wide open path for me. There were 2 boom mines I had to worry about. I'm going to clip these a little bit, but for GBE purposes, I was just going to leave everything. We can put that into a faster mode here. So this time, this being the success, we actually do flash kill the right thing. But again, this is all unboosted, but these smokes are costing me way less than they would normally. So yeah. Alright, and from here we have 2 shocks, that's it, on the shock launchers back behind the HQ. The laser's focused on bullet, and for some strange reason this guy doesn't even have machine guns or anything directly around his HQ. So there you go, down he goes. Same thing on the next one. This should not be possible unboosted. This guy, I think again ice. Yeah, again ice. He had more, actually. I see 2 guardians over there. it doesn't look like he's boosting, but I see at least 4. And the first time I did this one, I failed because I let Bullet get grappled. But again, I was being conservative because I wasn't sure about the GBE. And as it turned out, I still got the Warriors. I love Sky Shields. So dumb, useless. That's not helping you at all. Put something down that shoots at me. Do yourself a favor. Anyway, yeah, the first time I did this, I let Bullet get grappled here. He fell slightly outside of the smoke. So this time, to prevent that happening, since I knew I was going to have 60 GBE at the HQ from the first attempt, I threw critters out just to, you know, make my life a little easier. Just extra GBE for everything. This is going to be 3 heals here, I think. And I think I get off 3 shocks and don't get the 4th, but that's not going to matter. Yeah, there's another heal. And there. Yeah, didn't get the 4th shock off, which would have been for this shock launcher, but doesn't end up mattering because these tribes are bananas. Oh, by the way, didn't even mention, I did the 2 last night. I did all of the tribes that I wanted for now, which was these 3, and then refilled my rock crystals, and they were already full, and I didn't really, again, I don't need to do the tank tribe right now, but they were already full, and we're like 5 minutes into the new tribe cycle. So I went ahead and I did these 2, boom cannon health, and what's that, shock launcher damage. That will be something to pay attention to when using RCZM. But we'll see. I haven't actually had to try RCZM yet because, well, I've just used nothing but Warrior so far this morning. And on that note, this guy right here. This might not work. I'm going to give it a couple shots. I've never actually pulled this off before. I've tried once or twice. Didn't quite have the GBE for it. So this is the perfect time because I'm going to boost. I'm going to have extra GBE. Let's see, he's got his 4 ice there. And the smokes are going to cost less than they normally would. Which means, let's see, we have 2 shocks. I've already done a test run on this. And the GBE will not be a problem. Let's see, damage-wise, he's got 70 on those shields. You know, I would love to have done some calcs to see whether it's going to take 1 swing or 2. Probably 2. We'll assume 2. But yeah, you see 4 ice. He does have a little bit of a boost on. He's got 2 shields in this spread out fashion. And however, he's made a bit of a mistake with his mines. His mines are all forward, and he should have some back here, but doesn't appear to have any. So we're going to give this a whirl with the Warriors. But first we need to light up for this. I know I have the GBE for it, but I have to boost up for an off hit anyway. I've seen this done. Actually, I was watching videos yesterday by Boom Beach Zero. If you know who that person is, very, very good with Warriors and takes down the top players in the world. Bases that look exactly like the one that I just showed you, but 7/7 boosting or more. And he had been in retirement for 5 or 6 months after he finished a push earlier this year. Loved watching his videos. Was kind of like, I don't know, missing those. Went to his page yesterday, and lo and behold, he started posting again, or his channel. So do check him out. He does this stuff all the time. So that would be the inspiration here. So let's see. We're going to want... There is a grappler. I'm thinking the first time we're not... Let's see, no critters. Probably just taunt. And on the second shield... Second shield, would we want to throw... Yeah, on the second shield over here, I'm going to throw critters in there as well, because Bullet will then have his back to the grappler, and he'll be the closest thing, so we're going to want to throw critters as well as the heal and taunt. And then back at the HQ, this will be taunted, that will be taunted, and so I think we're just looking at 2 shocks at the HQ. Alright, great in theory. We'll see how it goes in practice. And I'm already a smoke behind. That should have been 3 smokes to get there. Oh well. Coming out of smoke, so we will throw a med kit. Okay, that was only one nah, it wasn't. That was bullet who got taken. This is not gonna work. Oh, GBE for days though. You know, gonna give it a whirl. Yes. Oh wait, how it's still able to taunt? Okay, so we're gonna get the critters out there then. And one swing, and then over to the HQ. Wow. How is this even? Stuff like this should not be possible. And our 1 shocks and our 2 shocks. And we'll just finish it off with art. There you go. Twin shield base, ice base. Just, and so much extra GBE that I'm taunting him at the end by, you know, just wasting it. That was not as clean as I've still got. I mean, for a first time, that's all right, but or at least a first time succeeding, that's okay. That is nowhere near as clean as you would see Zero do it. So go watch his page. I mean, the man is an artist with warriors. I'm good. He's great. But yeah, that sort of thing is just, yeah, I'm sharing that, of course. It shouldn't be that easy. There's so much extra GBE there at the end of those hits. The GBE should be tight. You should be talking about a couple of shocks and a prayer, basically. And that was, you know, just sit there all day long, pretty much unimpeded, and let the warriors work, because what, I think 30 GBE left over to spare. Insane tribes. Good for everybody. Good for everybody. Great for crab. I'm thinking, honestly, I have a feeling that I'm going one of 2 ways on these tribes right here. On the other hand, on the one hand, I think that the last crab was a rousing success, and I think Boom Beach saw a lot of people come back, get pulled back into the game. They really enjoyed the new format with all the attacks up front, and by all accounts, there was a big spike in server traffic. And Supercell noticed that, and I guess that was, initially they had considered that format as a one-off, but then they polled afterwards. They were surprised at the amount of traffic they saw. They polled the community, got almost 6,000 votes on their official poll on Facebook, and it was more than 2 to 1. It was like 69% to 31% in favor of the new format. So I think they're seriously considering keeping that. That with these would make for the best tribe, or the best crab ever. On the other hand, these tribes are so good, hands down, unquestionably, best crab ever. These tribes are so good that I almost think it's quite possible that they're going to go back to the old format, and this is supposed to soften the blow a little bit. So people, I mean, it's kind of hard to be mad when you've got tribes like this. I mean, unless you have an ice base like that poor bastard. But you know, don't know. Guess we'll find out. That's just all speculation on my part, and I can speculate all day. As any of you who knows me will be fully aware, I can speculate all day long, but we'll find out, I guess. Anyway, that's something checked off my bucket list for the Boom Beach game, and these tribes are bananas, and that's what I've got for you for this Monday morning. So, till next time, catch you later.